Imagine a world very different from our own, a world where the ground trembled under the feet of true giants. Enormous mammoths, with long, curving tusks, roamed across vast, icy plains. Their shaggy coats protected them from the biting wind. Giant sloths, as tall as a house, slowly reached for leaves high in the trees. In the oceans, colossal sharks with jaws wide enough to swallow a small boat patrolled the deep waters. This was a world of megafauna, a time when life grew to incredible sizes. It was a spectacular chapter in the story of our planet, filled with creatures that seemed to have walked straight out of a storybook. These magnificent animals were not monsters of myth or legend, they were very real, but as we look around our world today, these giants are nowhere to be found. Their bones, found buried in the earth, are the only clues they leave behind. They are silent ghosts of a lost world. Their disappearance is one of the greatest mysteries in the history of life on Earth. What happened to these incredible animals? Why did this age of giants come to such a sudden and dramatic end? The story of their vanishing is a fascinating and important one for us to understand. The primary driver of this great change was the climate itself. For thousands of years during the Ice Age, the Earth's climate was relatively stable, albeit very cold. The giant animals of this era were perfectly suited to these conditions. But then, the world began to warm up. The mammoth steppe, that vast open grassland, was replaced by wetlands, peat bogs, and dense forests. For an animal like the mammoth, which was adapted to grazing on open plains, this was a disaster. It was a complete reordering of the natural world. The giants were trapped in a world that was changing faster than they could adapt. Being big seems like a wonderful advantage. As an animal gets bigger, its weight increases much faster than the strength of its bones. This is why very large land animals like elephants and the ancient sauropod dinosaurs have such thick, pillar-like legs. An elephant must spend up to 18 hours a day eating just to power its massive body. If you're finding this topic as fascinating as we do, don't forget to hit the like button. It really helps us keep producing quality content. The ancient megafauna would have faced the same constant pressing need for food. One of the key pressures is competition. Over millions of years, there is this evolutionary arms race. Think of the saber-toothed cats with teeth like daggers, hunting giant bison across the grasslands of North America. When the populations of mammoths and giant bison began to decline, the predators that hunted them would have soon followed them into extinction. The advantage shifted to smaller animals that could reproduce more quickly, adapt to new food sources, and hide more easily in the changing landscapes. The rules of the game had been rewritten, and the giants, magnificent as they were, could no longer play to win. This factor was a new and unusually intelligent predator that was spreading across the globe. Our own species, Homo sapiens. They hunted in organized groups, using strategy and communication to isolate and bring down prey many times their own size. A single mammoth kill could feed a clan for weeks. They would not have recognized these small, upright apes as a serious threat until it was too late. What do you think? Could humans coexist with giant animals today? Leave your thoughts in the comments. We'd love to hear your perspective. This 1-2 punch of climate change and human impact is now considered by many scientists to be the most likely explanation for the great megafauna extinction. If you double its length, its surface area increases by 4 times, but its volume, and therefore its weight, increases by 8 times. This is why a flea can jump many times its own height, but an elephant can barely get all 4 feet off the ground at once. This is why elephants have large, thin ears which they flap to radiate heat away and cool down. If you enjoy our work, consider becoming a channel member or using the thanks button to make a small contribution. Every bit helps us continue sharing passionate, science-based content. The ancient megafauna were pushing right up against these physical limits. The largest land animal on Earth is the African elephant. The blue whale is the largest animal that has ever lived, larger even than the most colossal dinosaurs. In the buoyant environment of the ocean, the crushing force of gravity is no longer the main limitation. Even so, today's giants are facing their own immense challenges. Some scientists are exploring the idea of de-extinction, using genetic technology to bring back species like the woolly mammoth. The idea is to edit the DNA of a modern elephant, its closest living relative, to include mammoth traits like a shaggy coat and a tolerance for cold. Even if we could create a baby mammoth in a lab, where would it live? We struggle to coexist with the large animals we have now. Instead of trying to recreate the past, maybe our focus should be on protecting the giants we still have. By understanding why the giants vanished, we can better understand how to ensure the survival of the elephants, rhinos, whales, and all the other wonderful creatures that share our planet today. Their future is in our hands. Their story is now part of our story, and it is up to us to write a hopeful next chapter. And if you'd like to keep exploring the mysteries of the past and the natural world, don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell. See you in the next video.